Okay, so today you join us in Mr. Make Stuff, and we're going to be making a rose climbing frame section. It's like a tower, but what we're basically doing is using branches broken down to size. So you want four in total, but here we're making the ladder section, which easiest way to describe it. It's two long sections of wood branch, and in between that we've got little offcuts, and we're using cable ties because they seem to be the best for longer durability. We had the twine, but that kind of falls apart after a year. So here you can see this is one piece of the ladder, the first step. We leave a little section below which is going to push into the ground around the roses. Just if you have smaller cable ties, just join a couple together to make the right size and continue up, and think of it as a ladder, so you're making steps. And here you see 1, 2, 3, 4. We might have 4 and we'll cut the rest off because it might be too high. That's that ladder section made and inserted on one side. Duplicate the process, make another one on the other side, and you've got more or less a frame. And the next step is going to be joining these two together with the wood like this. So it's basically making it to the size you want. We have a rose which is a climbing variety, so each year we cut it back, but the plan is to leave it to grow a bit more nicely inside this and have the roses have a bit of support, the branches. So this will kind of hide away hopefully, because it's wood, isn't it, so it's not going to stand apart. Again, use a couple of cable ties and make it a bit more solid, so lock the sections together. Branches are uneven, so it won't be perfectly straight or what you call level, but that's the beauty of it. It's going to be rustic in it, rustic. So that's just me now putting that through on each side. I'm going to work my way along the front and the back, joining the ladder on either side. And once that ladder is confirmed, set up, it will just put a topper on it of some sort. You might have seen in the thumbnail how it looks at the ending, but there's a varying level of branches. You just want it to give support. If you have a heavier type of flower or anything really, you can actually put cross sections in this along the side, which gives it extra support. So like a diagonal piece, as it were, and use maybe rope or something else you could use, but we're using these cable ties because we have some here, and we're basically going to make this frame for the roses, and this is how it will look. So you can see that it's nice and tightly put together, and it should last a long amount of time. And we're just finishing it off. The last little bits and bobs here that we're doing, and that's just tying up the last branches there. And I'll show you a quick view of it as it looks from the front. It's basically a cube rectangle type structure. It's like a tower. It's high enough that it's as part of the garden fence, so it's not going above it, but then the top looked a bit odd, like a square, so we kind of made a little triangle piece in the top and A-framed it off just to give it a bit of, well, I don't know, ending there. So you can see the top's the ending section, and it's quite tall. It's about 3 foot tall, and the roses will go into that nicely and look good. We've got a few more projects coming on, so hopefully this helps you with your roses and frames. If you're making any flowers, you can use sweet peas actually, or climbing beans. You can have the same kind of setup. We might make another one. We've got loads of branches lying around, but hopefully you enjoyed this video.